Welcome to Mexico City, where the altitude is high. I'm certainly not talking about the residents. The atmosphere is electric, and certainly no power cuts here tonight. And the racing is about to hit a whole new level. There is nothing to help these drivers in life or in their cars. No assists. Nothing, nada, zilch, zero. This is the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, home of the iconic Forosol Stadium section, which we will be going through in due course. Roaring crowds, the Mexicans all high on the drug of life. Some of the most dramatic braking zones in motorsport. A 1.2 kilometre main straight will be everything. Margins are going to be razor thin through the S's. We're going to see people who have set up their car incorrectly and set up for some speed when they need downforce. Ultimately, it's strapping in because, well, the E-Mexican Grand Prix is about to deliver esports racing at its absolute finest. Buenas tardes, chicos, says Martin Hills, and his name in Spanish I will tell you later. But joining me in the fictional E-commentary box, which is the size of a postage stamp, is, Pablo Escobar. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm
Sorry, I
grand.
was just too busy getting arrested for dealings.
Well, to be fair, people are high on the drug of life round here.
Yes, but that's why I'm called Pablo.
Well, yes, but we try to avoid you having issues like that. I've told you this before.
Yeah, that's why it's safe here in the EU com box. That's the size of the postage stamp.
That is exactly. There is no extradition treaty here, so we are safe for the time being. Who may not be safe.
You're the uncancelable man, so that's why I'm safe with you.
The uncancelable.
You have to be very careful with the way you say that.
The uncancelable. That's it, exactly.
I practiced it 5 times while you were doing your intro.
Well, who knows what might happen over the next hour and 15 minutes. I mean, there is lots to come. We're obviously first race of the season, of season 19. Tier 0 means nothing in terms of nothing.
Starting a season in Mexico, eh?
Well, I know. I mean, and even more interesting is fancy starting your opening lap on intermediate tyres, as Vans is. So, in all honesty, Annika pulls into the pits. So it's going to be Mr. Calvin, the bird whisperer, the RD Calvin, that we're going to put up on the list. We're going to move the screen through. We're going to jump on board with him. And remember, this is this 1.2 kilometre straight. And in this circuit, you can really set yourself up well. You can set yourself up for real speed and fly down this like 0-0 wings, not advisable. Or you can set yourself up for downforce. Yeah, it was something I would do, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not Miami like F1 2022-23 where you could get away with it. Now it's.
Miami was a lot of fun.
Miami was a lot of fun. I mean, you'd end up about a mile behind and I'd catch you up. Martin Hill says, Yo voy hace una vuelta mierda esta noche. Now, I have not learned, obviously, in my many years of commentating for MRC, because Martin Hills gave me a certain Chinese phrase to use, which actually I think it might have been in Singapore, which was along the lines of cream of some young man's soup. And he was the one that actually put it in. So, like, when I say these controversial things, I actually am just repeating things that other people are saying. So it's absolutely hilarious.
I mean, he did it to. We had the charity race not too long ago for Mr. Simon Pratt running the Cardiff Half
He is
Marathon.
a charity case, though.
And Martin put something outrageous in the chat then as well.
He put something outrageous in the chat.
On live on air.
Quite right. Quite right.
1:15.2 for Calvin.
Yeah, it's not a bad time. Nels came in, Nelly the elephant, comes in 2x2 just behind, and the very posh Kingsley Green, oh hello, comes into third. Now, tell you what, Josh Gerald, who we're on board with, in his shiny white Red Bull, his car doesn't actually want to turn. I suspect he has gone for speed and power and not downforce, and this is going to really be problematic for him.
GTS Crash King is on a very good lap.
Well, he's last at the moment, so we'll come to him imminently. RuPaul.
Oh shit. Oh sugar.
Oh no, hello.
I'm on with the wrong person.
It's also your vocabulary.
I was on with Sugar.
You're on Winky? What? Where's Winky's here? No, he's not.
Yeah, Winky loves sugar.
Winky loves many forms of sugar. He's from Northern Ireland.
It's fine. I'll get a slap it. I'll give myself
You will.
a slap it after the stream.
Silicon Valley just went 6th, but being very quickly replaced by G-Star. But we're now on board with Polski, Polish boy, who's actually Welsh. Pole dancer, yeah. I'm going to call him something different because he can't have the same things. Oh, he's going to try and he's getting right behind. Oh, he's Ferretti. Oh, he's giving him a little bit of a nudge up the rear. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between Ferretti and Polski. Ashley Bassman, yeah, he says evening chaps, or she. I apologise if you're a she and I called you he. Ashley Bassman. Don't know who this person is.
It's definitely a man, don't worry.
Well, the image was a bit confusing.
That's what he likes to be identified as.
Well, unfortunately, I don't go with pronouns. You can tell me all the pronouns you want. I mean, I go with helmet pronouns.
I am a helmet.
You are, yes. The helmet that Saviour's got is very blue, and Saviour is drifting his way around the turns at the present moment in Le Mexico, which is...
Yeah, he does that when he's bored.
Yeah, and I get he does it when he's bored. However, it doesn't help when we think that we've got bigger problems out there. Right, let's have a look and see who else is out there. So Ferretti's finished his lap, but he did get nerfed in the back by Polski. There's a little bit of intimacy going on there. Saviour's on his quick lap at the moment. Cream of some young man, Martin Hills, who has got a yellow and purpley reflective helmet. He might want to go and see a medical practitioner.
Call him that.
What? Cream of some young man? I mean, he likes the cream of some young men.
I've just picked up on what exactly each word says.
Yes. So he is currently coming down through Sector 1 all the way down to turn number 4, comes to the end of Sector 1, 27.9, good lap so far. Pity he's in the Ferrari, probably replicating some fallen world champion, like real life. But now coming through the very difficult 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 complex, and let's see his downforce levels. He looks to have it solid. He looks proper hard there, like proper nailed on. I would say in terms of his setup, that's a solid setup from the cream of some young man. And coming to the end of 6.1. Oh, and he drifts really wide into turn number 12 there. He's not got the front end sorted on his Ferrari there. But let's see what he does as he comes through 13, 14 and 15, coming now through into 16 in the final turn. Number 17, which isn't really a turn, he is going to come across the line and delivers 5th, but crucially behind his teammate. So he really is replicating the real life.
It's a good start. Well, no, because Hamilton isn't that close behind us last.
You said it, not me.
But Armar Red's just done a lap and he's gone P4.
That's very bad from him. He should be up the top.
Well, he is a former champion of this very tier.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Hold on, this was formerly MRCX though, right?
Yes, and he got turned into no assist.
Yeah, but I was the champion of MRCX at one point. Or was that champion in Tier 3?
Once, yes.
Was I Tier 3? No. Was that
Tier 3 champion?
No, I wasn't. I was X.
I was going to say, yeah, I was Tier 3. You was X, yeah.
Yeah. You were Tier 3.
That was back in the days when we used to have skill, though.
Absolutely.
Now my only skill is swearing on com.
That's it. Talking of skill, Dumbest Hornet, who has questionable skills, although better skills than his brother.
He's good at impersonating Kylie Minogue.
Well, that's true. I mean, to be fair, put some blonde bleach in his hair, and he would he'd look like Kylie Minogue.
True.
Saviour goes into 8th place. Kingsley's gone up into 3rd. Martin's doing another lap. Well, trying to, but he's slower. I think he's going for a second go at it. He's going for the second round in quick succession. Never knew.
Yeah, he has a lot of batteries, so it could work out for him.
Yeah, so let's stay on board with him. Keep an eye on this. There we go. BRD Calvin was quicker, 1:15.0. So he is finding more pace in that McLaren. Remember, no assists, nothing, nada.
Yeah.
Noche no. Martin
I'm
is
trying to
slower.
work out what livery I've just seen. I don't even know what car I've just seen, but there is a
that
car
Red Bull?
I've never seen before in my life in the grass.
Right, so there is. Oh wow, there is a pink RB. It's a
Yeah, but
pink
there's
and
something
white.
else. It looked like. Do you remember the white? It's the Red Bull that's like
Oh,
white. Have you seen
white
Josh
and red.
Girl's car?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but he's got a slightly different Red Bull to the other Red Bull.
It looked like a disgusting hat from a distance, and now I've just seen it, and it actually looks okay. That
Well,
Red Bull.
GTS Drag King's RuPaul, he's basically driving a Barbie. Martin Hills
He
is
is Barbie,
sliding.
that's why.
I know he is Barbie. Martin Hills. Oh, Martin Hills has hit the wall! He's lost his front wing. The lack of skill comes to the fore. Love you too, Martin.
Well,
before I say anything,
there goes Gab's sponsorship on comms from now on.
absolutely. I'm not quite convinced on this pink RB. It looks like one of these drinks cans.
Yeah, I mean it looks like a no. Can't put that Bible now. Moving on. Nels is also in the white Red Bull.
I know he's in the white Red Bull, but I'm more interested in finding out. Are you thinking that this looks like Nelly the Elephant's trunk?
I was going to say that, yes.
Yeah, the third leg.
What's confusing as hell is the fact that G-Star is in the normal B carb, and then obviously, like you said, GTS is in the pink B carb, so you wouldn't even know they're teammates.
No, you wouldn't. And Martin Hills says he was going to pit anyway, so he has a very good excuse for that, and I do trust him with that. He was going to pit. He needed some more cream of young some man to really give him some energy boost. Protein.
Yeah, give him that boost to the line.
Exactly. IKEA's still in the pits. Polski's last. Ferretti's second last. He keeps going.
I wonder if... I think Jeanberg has a quali ban.
Oh, does he? Well, he was a naughty boy in a previous existence.
But that's pretty talented for a first race of the season.
Yes. Josh Girl is very slow, but he's pitting. Some young man. Yes, that is you, Martin. Some young man. Could say worse.
Is that what he put on YouTube chat?
Yeah, he did. He's pretty much the only one contributing. Good creamy texture. Yes, that is exactly very true. We like when the texture is creamy and very mouth-filling.
It can be lumpy though.
Well, it can be lumpy. I mean, you don't want mashed potato lumpiness. You want it to sort of
lumpy, get checked.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, if it's lumpy, yes. I mean, in Mexico, they specialize in like the refried beans and that. You don't want that texture. That's not what you want at all. If it's coming out that way, then nah, you gotta go no.
Yeah, there's lots of white stuff that is in Mexico. So.
There is. I actually took a virtual visit to one of these plantations.
Virtual visit.
Well, yeah. Well, virtual / real life. Arma Red is trying to go quicker, and he does. He goes into 4th place. There you go. GTS Drag King is currently invalidating. No, and I was sold on it. I seen the advertisement and said, "Do you want to experience culture? Do you want to experience a new way of life? Have you heard of the white stuff?" And I thought, well, there's been many ways of what things have been called.
I love a bit of sugar in my tea.
I love a bit of sugar in my tea. Exactly. I mean, I was thinking like Tate and Lyle cane sugar. Apparently not, was the simple answer to that. Colin TK has went fastest in Sector 1. He's went purple. If you go purple, get checked out by medical. Let's see what he can do as he comes through Sector 2.
If some young man is lumpy as well, just,
Yeah. No, definitely not. Martin, talking of that, is in 11th. He needs to go quicker. Colin is slightly slower. So that pace he showed in Sector 1 has massively dissipated.
I will say, I drove this track yesterday, so for a bit of insight, it's a very, very difficult track to nail a lap at on this game.
It is.
Because the tyres do drop off drastically in that final sector. So you find yourself Tokyo drifting through the final sector in the stadium section. We've
got a slight other problem, by the way.
Okay, what's that?
So, remind me of that. Martin Hill says the only culture Gav has experienced was forming on the old cheddar in his fridge. Now, listen, I have cultured myself in many of these foreign locations that we have visited over the years. I have experienced the highs and lows of many things. We've been to the, well, let's put it this way. I've experienced Singapore soup. I've experienced the Singapore sling, which was entertaining. You have experienced the Anderson Bridge. You got uptight and personal. Too much so that it was up the chuff. Was the coined phrase that was put in there. But I have brought so much culture to these proceedings over many years. Anyway,
don't forget your most iconic moment: the French national anthem at Circuit de Paul Ricard.
Oh, now you're talking. By the way, Rassam Mbububu, he has an orange and mirrored livery in that Williams, so there's another one that we've got no concept of what livery. Yes, I sang the French national anthem. In addition to doing many things that people that are sane wouldn't do. But the one that I am very proud of wasn't a commentary session. It was Hungary.
Oh.
In the wet.
I know exactly what you're on about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame we can't repeat what you said on stream, though, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, what I said as I was racing was against Hugo Boss, and I said along the lines of, "Here I am coming for you, you big man. Please put a jumper on and get it up you." That was along the lines. It was a friendly oomph.
Oh yes, yeah. It was super friendly.
It was super friendly. At no point did I utter any words which we cannot repeat on stream.
Do you know what I absolutely loved about it though? I was in P2 side by side with a certain mindful wasp.
Oh yes.
And
he crashed
into him because I started laughing.
I was going to say he crashes a lot and then you crashed into him. That's not a surprise.
Well, you can hear my audio in that video.
Yes, you can. And you were having a sensible conversation at one point, and then it just came out.
That turned very violent quickly.
It did turn very violent quickly.
But either way, it was probably your most iconic moment in terms of racing, because that video is now viral.
That is exactly what it is. It was extremely, and it was very wet on that day as well, which made it even better. Oh, Nell's just locked up massively, and Kingsley's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. So he's falling from ninth to, last.
He'll be last now.
Yep, there he is, and his car is being recovered.
So I think Schoenberg might be the first person in history with a qualifying ban not to start last.
No, there's got to have been others. There's got to have been others.
Yeah, no, if people have multiple in one race, then...
What I need to ask you, though, is...
yes.
Why is Saviour so slow? He's 11th.
Saviour tends to recently be pouring... Because I've done a lot of Tier 1 commentary. He seems to be a bit slower in qualifying, but then in the race he comes alive and wins it by about 55 seconds. Well,
he's invalidated himself, so he isn't improving. It's just very strange for him. He's usually very quick, but I mean...
So, since the last time you've commentated on the top guys in F1, Calvin is now very much a qualifying merchant and will put it on pole majority of the time.
He's a what I would call a quick finisher in qualifying, but can't last the pace in the race.
Yeah, pretty much. Amar Red he's just like the Irish. He's good in qualifying and then falls off when it really matters. GTS Drag King thinks he's good, but is nothing really.
He tries to make himself out to be like a can.
Dumbest Hornet looks, drives, and sounds like Kylie Minogue. Josh Girl, 1 Tier 4. Sorry, I'm just giving an insight. And
no. I like this.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, but I'm sure I'm going to get absolutely slewed in my DMs after this. But it's part of the fun. Yeah, Rassam is American. Make it that
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the reason we're in Mexico, because he closed the border.
We should have closed the border well before now. Should have closed the border.
I knew I shouldn't have said that, because I knew a comment from you would come.
Where's
But
Winky
we
when
are
you
in the
need him?
home of everyone's favourite driver, Checo Perez.
Sorry, the tumbleweed there just walked past me.
Oh, did it? Okay, fair enough.
By the way,
qualifying's done.
I know we got sidetracked. Calvin's quickest, but as you said, he usually sort of pumps out a quick one and then kind of falls apart in the race.
Yeah, he's what you call a Charles Leclerc.
Yes, exactly. So there we are, folks. Nels is second, Paul Schke is third, Armar Red fourth, Colin TK. I want to call him Colin the Owl, but it wasn't because that was Calvin. G-Star is sixth, GTS Drag King seventh, Rassam Buffet is in eighth, Loppy is ninth, Dumbest Hornet is in 10th, Single Track, the man of the cream of smug young men. Yes, I cocked that up considerably, is in 11th, Saviour is in 12th, Smith is in 13th from South Afrikaans. 14th is Frank. Josh, the girl boy is in 15th. Silicon Valley is in 16th. Ferrero Rocher is in 17th. Maverick 18th. Kia 19th. And Kingsley decided just to park himself up and get disqualified. So he starts last. Now,
yeah, he certainly does.
Now, because because this is the first race of the new season, and because we don't have any standings to go by, this means that what we have to do is we have to start opening up the MRC University. It has been away for a long time, but it has returned in force. The MRC University doesn't just educate you. It opens your mind to many different cultures and many things that you thought you would never, ever hear on the Tinternet or
Can I just
in life.
butt in really quickly?
You can.
If you're under 18, please tune out right now because this is past 9 o'clock. This show should take place past 9 o'clock, but we don't have a lot of choice tonight.
Absolutely. So, yes, I absolutely agree with you. So, a few things to bring to the mix. Josh Girl should stick, he'll love that. Good job you never put should suck, he'll love that. So, Mexico has some surprisingly interesting facts. So, MRC University, here we go. We're going to split it into culture and history, geography and nature, and some innovation. And then we're going to go on to some lovely nicknames. Isaac definitely says more fitting for her. Well, if the size fits and all of that. Shoe fits even, sorry, that's what it was. Culture and history, chocolate and chili. Did you know that both chocolate and chili and corn was introduced to the world by the Mexicans? So they introduced a brown thing, they introduced some red chili peppers and some yellow corn. So cocoa beans were actually used by the Aztecs and Mayans as currency. So they
have you ever had chili chocolate?
Oh God, that is like the weirdest sensation
disgusting.
known to man. Well, it's a weird sensation, but it's like
I've had it, and I was on a coach in Belgium.
Oh God!
And I didn't have a drink, and oh my God, I was dying for an hour and a half.
I mean, talk about ring sting. That was exactly what it would have been.
The toilet stung after.
Well, exactly. Talking of things that quite go wrong, the Dia de las Muertes, the Day of the Dead festival. Do you know the interesting thing is it's actually not a Halloween thing. It's an Aztec tradition rather than a Halloween thing. So that is where we are now. Obviously, the shortest presidency was an hour. Their 38th president, Pedro Lascuran, he served for an hour in 1913. Try to have served less time or similar to that. Wilfred Nancy, Celtic manager, he's been fired, thankfully, useless individual that he was, and others that have been fired recently as well. Largest pyramid is the Great Pyramid of Cholula. Now, everybody thinks that it's the Giza pyramids in Egypt, and everyone gets taught about that at school. I can tell you that they are lying to you. I think if you are a geography student, you should go into your sixth form college or high school tomorrow and say to people that actually it is the Great Pyramid of Cholula. Get your tongue wrapped around Cholula. You need to
Cholula.
Cholula. Cholula.
I've just butchered that and offended every Mexican on the planet, but
absolutely.
Good.
So Cholula, but you also need to understand that the death of the dinosaurs originated in Mexico. Now, that might be unfair on Mexicans. However, I am blaming them. If you watch Brian Cox, and Brian Cox, not the Brian Cox that's in Succession, but the Brian Cox who's the astronomer, very interesting chap, absolutely intelligent, talks a lot about planets in the solar system and everything. But the dinosaur impact site actually is in Mexico. It's the Chicxulub. Basically, they struck the Mexicans' Yucatan Peninsula, and it killed all the big dinosaurs. So all those big friendly dinosaurs were eliminated from this planet by the Mexicans. Now, that is fact, because technically it was in Mexico, and it came from Mexico, so fact, right? It's a bit like COVID, coming from China.
Yeah.
Fact. Talking about that, though, and here's the bit about MRC University. Do you know why the asteroid came in the first place? So, what happened in the early days of the solar system was obviously all the planets were developing in that, and what was happening was Jupiter was coming into. So you've got the 4 kind of really terrestrial planets. And Martin Hills is inspired to go and find out some cock. He's gonna find some cocks later. He might want that. We'll come on to the formation lap in a minute. We'll talk about that, but this is more important. Anyway, Jupiter came in and basically was then brought back by Saturn, and therefore the gravity or the gravity pull and everything. And then you've got the meteor shower, but actually Jupiter was responsible for the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. So if I were you, I would go and watch a bit about the history about Brian Cox. It's called the series on BBC iPlayer, available in the UK, called The Planet. It is very, very encourageable and will mean that you grow a big, bulbous head. You will have lots of learning.
I was going to say, you love your documentaries, don't you?
Absolutely. So. I mean, if you're Simon Baby Hornet, your brain couldn't compute.
I feel sorry if you are him.
Well, so do I. I mean, he's hardly ever here anymore. He's usually up a Welsh mountain.
That's not a bad thing, though.
No, he's usually up a Welsh mountain. I'll tell you who's even more silly than Simon.
No one.
Josh Girl.
Why? What's he done? Oh, hard tyres. Yeah.
He's gone hard. The rest have gone kind of mediums. He's gone hard. He's going to be like a sitting duck. A duck in a pond.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think the people that will be happiest with their starting position at a track like this will probably be the second, third and fourth, because obviously it's such a long straight. Calvin's going to be less vulnerable off the start.
Calvin's always vulnerable.
Don't do what I did yesterday and jump the start from third.
You muppet.
Yeah, got a drive-through, ruined my own race. That was fun. Recovered to P7 though, so
that's all right. At least you recovered.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look just to see who and what and all the different liveries. Here comes G-Star. He was falling apart.
I'm so confused by the liveries, honestly.
Oh, I know.
Why have
do not know.
Two different? The teams should have to pick the same car themselves. Cause,
yes, I agree with you. But we're now at the point where an individual, an old man, presses a button, lights come on, then he waits, and he presses another button, and it means that we are going. Look already, we've got nails. Calvin's made a good start, but looking behind, there is utter chaos. Maverick and Martin are down the back. It's Martin that's at the back. He is, and Polsky's coming up the inside, going to look up to Calvin. Doesn't get past him, but he's beached himself. Martin's beached himself on the track. One of the Aston Martins has knocked part of the front wing. How did Martin get beached on the track? Let's just go and look at him.
I'm wondering if he's got some sort of wheel issue, because he is allowed to reset to track in that position. Yeah,
but he's been disqualified, so he's finished.
Yeah.
Let's just bring up, disqualified. Nels and Polska remain 1, 2, 3. Arma Reds in 4th. Rasa Mabufi is in 5th. But there was a fair bit of sort of challenge and battling going on. out there. Pedals disconnected, says Martin Hills. That's not good.
I was going to say, it makes sense because it looked like he lost it all by himself. So,
well, that was a bit harsh of you.
I saw wings go flying. I was so confused. Yeah. I saw debris go in the air, and then all of a sudden I saw a Ferrari in the wall, and I was like, brilliant. That just sums up Ferrari, doesn't it?
Well, it does. Then, I mean,
yeah,
makes sense, to be honest, although you could probably say Kingsley's the dodgy one.
Well, if you'd have told me at the start of this race that the Ferrari in 12th would be Kingsley and the Ferrari at the back would be single track, I'd have probably said, yeah, fair enough.
Calvin's generated a 1 second gap pretty much. Nels has, well, he's not.
He'll bottom it.
No, he will, and I get that. I mean, Colin TK, who I call Colin the Owl, but isn't Colin the Owl because that was Calvin and he changed anyway. He is up into 5th place, which is excellent for him. There's lots of various pink cars, and they're not Alpines, and this is absolutely throwing me about who, what, where, when. This is a bit like when we did an F2 race. And it was Holland, and I think you and me were commentating on that as well. And you asked me a question. She says, "Right, tell us about the F2 cars." And I went, "Well, this is a blue car. That's a red one. That's a yellow one.
Yeah,
they all look the same, apart from the colours." And I had nothing to say.
It's like, it looks like if you had to ask, if I took a quick glance at GTS's car, I'd say he's in a Racing Point from F121 or whatever.
Yeah, it just looks weird. I don't think they ever raced that in real life.
Yeah, they did. Miami, I think it was.
Oh, did they do it in Miami? I should have known. My favourite track. It just, I mean, I don't mind it. I think it looks quite nice. Calvin's just going away now, but yeah, I would. That pink works quite well. Silicon Valley's in the Alpine. There he is. He's got Maverick Mustang. What a name! Is he a Maverick? Is he? I
don't know what he is, but I know he's tier 4. So
is he a horse? Who knows? Donkey maybe.
Is he a bird?
Well, let's put it this way. He just slowed down about 2 miles before the corner. Polske has gone up into 2nd place, and he's battling with Nels coming through the various the various sort of corners 4, 5 and 6, and up the inside as they go, and look there's a Red Bull, and it is trying to move round, and he's not going to do Max Verstappen, but the battle between Polske from Poland and Rassam Mabufi is quite close, so Calvin is getting that opportunity to drive that 3 seconds. So.
Yeah, Polske has now been released though. You might be able to get up to the back of Calvin.
They might. I'm just waiting on some of these drivers potentially taking themselves out because they are getting exceedingly close to each other.
Yeah, human centipede through the stadium section. Absolutely. Not normally the best idea, is it?
Rassam Mabufi was trying to get past Colin TK. That has not happened. Arma Red is gaining on Nels. Look to the left hand side. You see a white and red Red Bull. And he is going to circle round the outside. Yes, he does. And he moves up into 3rd. GTS Drag King has been passed, or did pass Saviour, but they are battling again. And he has passed him as well. Josh Girl, we said that he was on the hard. Saviour's coming back at Drag King. They're going to have a little outbreak. And there we go. Saviour has passed him, but will he stay? Oh, a little bit of wheel banging off the track.
That was a bit dodgy between the two.
It was. They were both wanting it, though. They were both going at it, so it was fair play and all that's love and war. But just
to point out on Saviour, like I said about his qualifying, he started P12, he's up to P7 now. Yes. KG, P20 to P9.
Yeah, let's not talk about him. Rasa Mabufi is at the back of this pack with Colin and Nels and then Arma Red, and Rassam Mabufi is just deciding that the track also extends to parts of the track that aren't the track. We've got a yellow flag. One of the McLarens is in the wall. Maverick Mustang. He is round. He is going to be pitting. He is. He maybe has very little drag, but here comes the move from Colin TK on Nels, and Nels has fallen from 2nd to 3rd. Arma Red is now up into 2nd. Polsky's down to 3rd. Surprise, surprise. And here comes Rassam Mabufi. Strictly Come Dancing. Nels is falling down 2nd to 6th and got a little wheel tap on the way, and he's got Saviour behind him, so Nels is falling down the grid. Armour Red now only 2 seconds behind Calvin. Calvin is falling.
Yeah, he certainly is. Armar's on a charge. Pole skips will be hoping he can get back in that DRS to close down.
Oh,
but
tell you this, look at this battle. G-Star, the Elderhorn and Loppy all having a little bit of battles there through turns 4, 5 and 6. So
yeah,
battles everywhere. Oh, Nels is
Nels
gone! No, Nels is gone! There he is in the Red Bull, he's falling down.
Nelly Furtado, I call him.
Well, now he's falling down quicker. Oh, suddenly all of Martin Hill's comments on YouTube just came back up again.
Yeah, that happens. It's confusing.
Salty. Oh, I know if I missed the slightly salty. I was going to say Nels has fallen down quicker than Trousers, but alas, IKEA gets 3 second time penalty. Let's jump on board with RuPaul in his pink tutu. G-Star's pitting. Yeah, he's pink tutu. He's going to go past. Andrew is there, and there is Hodgson as well. If they've just arrived, you have missed an entertaining few minutes.
Oh, contact between Saviour and Crash King.
Oh, there we go. A little bit of contact, nothing major.
Yeah, here goes KG.
Yep, KG is trying to survive it. Colin and Polski are having moments. They're holding themselves up quicker than anything else, and Rassam Mabufi is, Rassam Mabufi is just waiting to see what is happening. Armour Red reduced the gap by 0.3 of a second in the last lap.
Saviour is twitchier than my bottom after a curry.
Well, or that chili chocolate that you bought from Mexico.
That was
in Belgium.
That was not a fun time.
No. Rassam Mabufi, let's just jump on board back with him again, because the cork in the wood in the hole is ultimate point Polski.
Yeah.
And then challenge. Let's just see what. Well, actually, Polski's relatively far ahead, and Colin TK won't make that much of a progress. Now, just watch, he'll probably fly past him, and he won't, because I am sensible in my projections. KG has passed Drag King. Not a surprise there. Josh Girl on his hard compound tyres is continuing to improve, only because other people are pitting, not through any sheer pace or skill.
Though, Saviour's committed to a 2-stop here. The Hart is a very early stop for hard tyres.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember from the strategies yesterday, it was saying around lap 10 for your first stop, and then you wouldn't be able to get to the end, but it wouldn't be far off. But no, he's definitely committed to a 2-stop.
He's definitely trying to look for a safety car, because you don't do that unless you absolutely have the pace to be able to do it. But as you said, car relatively twitchy, some inconsistencies and probably set up here. Colin TK is kind of just, we're on board with him. We're going to jump on board with Rafa Mabupi, who has again decided that at turn 12 the racetrack extends far beyond the white lines. Now, those white lines are not meant to be snorted. They are there for a reason.
I also have to say Calvin sort of regained his composure and built the gap back up a little bit to Armour.
He has, although they both have very similar ERS at the moment as well.
I mean, I'm not leaking that at the minute, but yeah, they are very low, both of them.
Why are you leaking? Told you stop getting excited.
I can't reveal that live on air, mate. Sorry.
Stop getting excited. Like it's not cream of some young man. You've not got that far yet.
No, he's out, sadly. We can't enjoy that.
Yeah, but that could be what's leaking. He was a lumpy, he was a salty one. Colin is, I mean, this battle, this three-way battle between Colin, Polski and Rassam Mabufi is quite entertaining if you're into that kind of stuff. But let's just bring up the tyres as well. Let's just see everybody. There you go, just before anyone. Oh, look at that! Polski's been overtaken by Rassam Mabufi. He ran wide slightly there, but you'll start to see the tyres on the mediums beginning to go off here. But quite a few runners move to the hard. Saviour top of those that have pitted at the present moment. If we change the lead to the lead, or the gap to the leader, 29.8 seconds, slowly coming down to BRD Calvin. Vans there as well, Maverick Mustang. Nels started second, had a spin, fell down the way. KG is pitting, Kingsley is pitting in his Ferrari, so he is also 2 stopping. It's all moving in quite a nice way, although it's more interesting to see how Josh...
big dive bomb!
Who back?
Sorry.
Rasa Mabufi?
I'm trying. The Mercedes of Polskip's just absolutely missile drag king.
Oh! They're quite far behind each other. 1.6 seconds. That must have been some rocket launch.
Well, I don't know if he launched it on Rassam. It might have been on Rassam.
Has he got?
It was one of them, and he's just absolutely missiled it into turn 1.
We've seen those before.
Oh, we certainly have.
Usually from individuals who have a buzzy animal in their name.
Yeah.
Buzzed off.
So he tries to get involved in title battles.
Yes. He took a win off me in Hungary.
And destroys a certain person at Silverstone. Not that I'm salty at all.
No, not at all. I mean, he was lucky it wasn't him at the Anderson Bridge as well. We've got a yellow. We've got a yellow. Dumbest Hornet has failed miserably. He has enacted his brother's inner brother and has fallen down. Colin TK is also pitting, so it very much looks like we're going to a 2-stop approach.
Yeah, yesterday I have to say tyre wear was crazy bad. It shocked me in a way, but on the strategy page, it does say if you pit on lap 10, your mediums can last to the end, but they will be absolute trash and you will have to go through major tyre saving. So...
yes, absolutely. So yeah, I was like, what? I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah, for sure. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, because one thing I learned yesterday as well is the undercut is not very powerful here. So...
No, it's not here.
Overcut could save you.
And it's not here because there's not the grip that's coming through of the new tyres. I mean, like Saviour's probably had these on now for four laps, and he's only really gained 2 seconds on Calvin. So
yeah.
Exactly that. If the undercut was powerful, you'd be expecting that to kind of decrease relatively quickly. Kingsley's behind him.
Yeah. When I pitted for hards yesterday, I didn't have grip for 3 laps after I put them on.
Yeah.
It was like driving on old, worn, 100% soft tyres.
Arman Polskin. So they're rolling the dice with a 2-stop.
Yeah. They'll be hoping to get out in front of Saviour, I think, at this point.
I think they will.
That'll be their hope.
I think they will. Oh, Josh Boy's been overtaken by Colin, so these old hards on Josh are not working that well. But look at this, Kingsley against Saviour. Colin TK is out. Is he ahead? Yes, they are of Saviour, and Saviour's about to be overtaken, surely into turn number 1. Is he going to be taken by Kingsley? Kingsley's looking. He's going to keep it ahead just. Hard tyres were lovely after 2 laps as soon as they got some heat in. But look at this, Kingsley got some heat and he's going through Saviour like a knife through butter.
Yeah.
There we go. So
Saviour didn't fight that too hard. He just tried, but he has got slightly older tyres.
Yep. And now we've got the Josh. Kingsley gets past Josh, and Josh kind of lets Saviour go through because Josh does not have that grip anymore. The more interesting thing will be is what the leaders now do. Calvin continues. Calvin looks like he's going to try and eke out a 1-stop strategy here. Rafa Mabufi is also doing the same thing.
At this stage, I think they may have to look at that because they're sort of out of sync now. So
they are out of sync.
Calvin kind of has to try something different here. He may try and drag this to around about lap 18 to then go to the hards.
True. So. Colin TK quickest, 170.9. Interesting. Put the mediums back on again. He's definitely pitting again with the hards. Interestingly, Saviour was overtaken, well, pretty much this time 1 lap ago. He's nowhere near being able to return the duty on KG, but RuPaul Pink Tutu Honda has passed Josh Boy. He is just kind of limping on loosely, shall we say.
Crash King just passed Saviour, so Yeah.
No, he's not. He's behind him.
Oh, well, no, he tried to move. Oh, no, it must have been Josh. I'm chatting out of my rear end.
Proverbial. Rafa Mabufi, I'll tell you one thing, Calvin is just about to come and lap Ferretti. Let me not pause at the wrong moment there.
You put a lot of emphasis on one word there.
Well, I did, yes, because I was watching. Calvin's in the pits. Calvin is in the pits. He is going to relinquish the lead, but could he do 23 laps on a set of hard compound tyres? We also have Rafa Mabufi in. Let's see, because Calvin is not going to come out in the lead. Aston Martin of Colin TK is about to overtake him, and Calvin could get sucked into... Well. Yeah, Calvin's going to get sucked into this battle that he would have wanted to have avoided. He's going to get out behind Saviour. Now, he's going to...
This is my point on the undercut. Like, usually Calvin, in this situation, would have come out around about 11th. But it just shows that he stayed out 6 laps longer than, like, Saviour, and Saviour's only just ahead.
Yeah, and it absolutely explains that. The more interesting thing is whether Calvin's trying to do the one-stopper or whether this is going to be a two-stop race. I mean, right now...
To say, I think 23 laps is going to be a little bit too much for a one-stop here.
Yep.
Based off what I saw yesterday.
I would agree. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think if he was to try it, I think it would be admirable, but he would. It would cost him too much time. And
we also haven't had a safety car yet, which could also change everything.
We haven't.
So
we've taken no predictions on safety car
as
either.
I say that, there's a yellow flag in Sector 1.
Yeah, that was a Alpine of Silicon Valley having a little bit of a moment there. Let's see, who is close here? Everybody's kind of about 9/10 of a second. So, you just
the only big leader
yawned.
at the minute is Colin,
and
but
I just
obviously
yawned.
he's on the mediums, which isn't really a surprise. But then after that, there's a train down from Armagh Red to just about GTS. Crash King.
Rafa Mabufi is trying to overtake G-Star, the original G, but doesn't manage to get past him, whereas the RuPaul 22 GTS Drag Queen is there. Dumbest Hornet has left the session. Internet problems have plagued him over the years.
Let me invite him back.
They have returned, but here comes Rafa Mabufi. Oh, he's going to make a move round G-Star. G-Star came back there. Moved to the right hand side. Rafa tried to go up the inside, and he's going to try and go up the inside again through 5 and 6. They are battling wheels. A little bit of a push there, still allowed, but who is going to sweep through as they come now through the SE section? And Rafa Mabufi stays in front.
Yeah, he does. He's. I said this last season, but Rastam's one of the most improved drivers in MRC over the last season or two. So, good to see him in the fight.
I wasn't going to it most improved. I thought for a minute Kingsley was going to pit there, but he didn't. Armagh has no DRS. Kingsley does have DRS and is going to make a move up the inside. There's a Ferrari. Is he going to make it in the braking zone? Yes, he does, and the Ferrari's there, but Armagh's going to come back at him.
Back on the inside.
Oh, he's going to try and now come back, but he won't get the DRS because that will stay on the Kingsley, and he was flapping. Kingsley was making a mockery of Armagh Red there with a flippy-flappy activation. But, wait a minute, we've got a Haas up the inside, we've got a Saviour appearing as well. Look at this, this is dramatic. Saviour's got the McLaren, and that's Calvin has got on the inside, so Saviour's lost a place when he was trying to gain a place. All happening.
I'll tell you what though, Gav, we're talking about crazy things. You haven't been on the Discord in a while, have you?
Nope.
Later on, take yourself onto Driver Highlights in Discord and watch the car that went upside down in the Tier 4 race yesterday.
Oh, God. It's joyful hell
right down the straight here.
Saviour is just locked up pretty badly there into turn number 12 and has slightly recovered it, but he's a little bit... Oh, he's very twitchy.
Crash King.
Yeah, very twitchy. No damage, but he's very twitchy in the rear. Twitchiness in the rear isn't a good thing if you are Saviour or in Mexico. let's see. I'm going to go at Calvin. Actually, no. I'm going to go look at this Armour Red right up. Even he's past Kingsley before the braking zone. There we go.
Is it me, or does it look like it's getting a bit feisty between KG and Armour here?
Oh, it's absolutely. I mean,
like
the second to sixth.
The way Armour plonked himself back on the racing line then was like, yeah, do one. Do you know
Oh,
what I mean?
look at this, and Saviour and Drag King are having a real moment for it. Calvin gets 3 seconds, which is crucial in all of this. Drag King's trying to go round the outside of Saviour. Little bit of wheel banging in contact, and Cash Boy is up into 5th. Wow.
Yeah, that was a good move, I have to say, even if it does kill me to be nice to him.
Luck.
But Crash King has just proved that he might be able to race for once, so...
Luck.
Yeah.
So now we've got the situation of Colin TK kind of out in the front. Armour Red is here, 2.5 seconds behind. Just a lap ago, around about this place, he overtook Kingsley. Kingsley is 9/10 of a second behind. Question will be, does Kingsley get DRS? No. Yes, he does. He stays within it. Calvin is in his DRS zone. You can see him gaining. Kingsley already moving to cover the inside line. Remember, Calvin's got 3 seconds. So we've got to keep that in mind as well. Drag King is ahead of Saviour. Polsky falling behind.
Yeah, these guys having a solid little battle in the early stages here.
They are. And Calvin's trying to find some weird and wonderful ways. Loppy is past IKEA. And they're again, as IKEA's past Loppy again. And again, they're bouncing between themselves, which is good to see. Clean racing. Nels and Loppy now. There's 3 of them at it. 3! They're all balancing, and look at this. Nels, as you can see there, and Nels is pulling back up front, and this is going to give Loppy the opportunity to go up the inside as they come through 4 and through 5 and 6, but doesn't quite manage it. Sternberg remains at the top of that. We're going to stay on this little group at the moment, fighting for 10th place, 10th, 11th and 12th. IKEA, Nels, Nelly the Elephant, and Loppy. They were very close to each other. They have developed what is about 2 or 3 tenths of a second gap between them at present.
Yeah, it's very good racing between these guys. Very aggressive, but largely fair. We have seen a few very, very aggressive moves, but some of them have been questionable. No one's got damage, which is the most important thing here.
No, one of the McLarens is being lapped, so as the leaders pass. So we're going to jump on board with Nels just to watch him get past Sternberg, and that was like taking candy from the proverbial baby. There we go. Silicon Valley
Nels
gets
has
3
had a
seconds.
big old drop off though, hasn't he? He qualified P2. Obviously, he did have that spin, I think it was, early in the race, didn't he? But
he did.
Yeah, Ferretti's also been lapped as well by the looks of this.
He did. They are getting involved. KG and Arma, and it's now 1.2 seconds to Colin. So the Arma's picked up a bit of pace. Arma, Northern Ireland. I'm just imagining that's how he speaks. Northern Ireland, Belfast.
I haven't heard him speak, sadly. But Belfast. If it's anything like Winky, then I feel sorry for him.
God, if it's anything like Winky, you need to close your ears. But Colin is struggling because Arma Red now... No, he doesn't. He would have had DRS, but Kingsley, who's behind him, does have DRS, and so does Calvin.
I will say, those mediums now, they've got probably 2 laps maximum left in them. So Colin will be pitting, but everyone else will have to pit as well, and he will get the undercut. So expect Colin to still lead this race in that last little stint, but let's not forget everyone else will go to another set of mediums. So, but that side by side between the Ferrari and the McLaren.
We're seeing it, we're there. Oh, a little bit of wheel banging still. We've got Crash King Delta behind. It's going to stick now.
Yeah, the Crash King thing's rubbed off on you now.
Yeah, it has. Exactly. Crash boy. So Calvin is there, obviously. Arma Red is there. KG gets 3 seconds as well.
Yeah, penalties will play a big part today. It's a very weird track for track limits. They're very inconsistent as well, so
Absolutely. And that's just the drivers being inconsistent. Let's see what Colin can do, because he is under pressure, but he is still going. Arma had a little bit of a shaky coming out of the turn number 17 there, but he is very quickly going to find himself past the race leader. And Arma Red is going to sail up the inside, and Calvin's going to look to do the same thing, because he doesn't want to get hung out to dry behind Colin any time soon. Question is going to be...
I think it's time Colin comes in, looking at this.
Absolutely is what it's going to be. We will need to see, but yes, he will have to come in relatively quickly.
Also, while we're here, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video.
Oh yes, like, subscribe, ding the bell, because when you ding my bell, you hear all about it. Ding, ding,
That quickly turns on.
Hello, I go ding ding and I pop up in your notifications going hello.
Yeah. Say his name and he appears.
Hi, big boy. That's Martin Hills in the background, by the way, just with his cream of some young man. Hi,
he quickly travelled to Scotland to meet you for the undercoms, didn't he?
Absolutely. E-commentary, we can be anywhere we want to be. Ultimately, as part of this. Right, 16 laps to go. Arma Red is 0.5 of a second ahead of Calvin, who's got a 3-second time penalty to serve. KG is in 4th behind Colin TK, who also has 3 seconds. Calvin is gaining, and now past Slavio to shout out. I'll give you a shout out.
Colin's just lost 2 positions as well. Well, actually, no, GTS slotted in behind, but they were side by side heading into 1.
Yeah, Slavio, tell us more about you, where you're from. I couldn't see from your picture, it's very small. And that's not me making Slavio shout out to you in the comments. And when I was saying about his being small, I wasn't referring personally, the picture's small. I couldn't see.
He was.
Yeah. I don't know who Slavio shout out to you is, but Slavio shout out to you has got many shout out to yous. So, Slav shout loud, loud, loud. There you go. Tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from, how you use this stream.
I've never heard of him.
Nope. How do you use this stream? He uses this stream for MRC University. That's what it is. Right. Arma is 0.6 of a second behind Calvin. So he is going to be looking to retake the race lead imminently.
Also, Gavin, sorry to interrupt you, but you know Mr. Isaac that was in the YouTube chat earlier?
Yes.
That is the brother of Josh Girl.
What is he?
Yes.
You disappeared for a second. Who is he?
Isaac is the brother of Josh Girl.
He's a brother?
Yeah, and as is Lando Boris. There's 3 brothers in this league, and it makes me sick.
What?
Because they're all from Oxford.
Oh, terribly posh. Oh, hello. I'm from Oxford.
Well, you know I'm from Reading. We absolutely hate Oxford, so I hope they all crash in the wall at the same time.
Do they all race in the same tier? Are they all...
Josh Boy and Isaac race in the same tier. They're tier 3.
Have they taken each other out?
With me in tier 4.
The fact you're still racing in tier 4 is more of a concern, but...
Why? Because I'm rubbish.
You were a tier 3 champion up the Ox.
Yes, and since then I have gone downhill majorly.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, yes, I know that, but it's Isaac_OUFC25. So I'm either going to say that he supports Oxford United, or he went to Oxford University, or both.
He supports Oxford United.
All right. Did you go to Oxford University, Isaac?
And I roasted him in his DMs about it.
Arma is in the pits. So is KG. Arma and Crash King. But Isaac, did you go to Oxford University, and did your brothers go to Oxford University, or did any of them betray you and go to Cambridge? Or did they commit the ultimate betrayal and go to Reading?
Oh, you leave Reading alone.
No, I wasn't having a go at Reading. I was just in the ultimate betrayal.
No, don't go to the Reading uni. It's the worst place you could ever go in your life.
That would be ultimate betrayal.
Let's have a look at Colin, because actually, do you know what? His undercut did not pay off one little bit.
No, it didn't. Nope, it didn't. There's no point. We're not clever enough for you. At least he's honest, Isaac. I mean, you've been named after a famous Isaac. Maybe that's what your mum...
Isaac Newton.
Yeah, your mum and dad, when they popped you out, decided to name you after Isaac. Named one called Josh. Not quite sure the inspiration behind that. And what was the other one's name? Norris, Lando, Boris.
I don't know his actual name, but his name on PlayStation is Lando Boris. But
could you imagine if? Yeah, could you imagine if he was called Boris? So you've got Josh, Boris, and Isaac. I mean, if you were Boris, you would genuinely be like, "What the."
I genuinely don't know his name. That's the thing.
I actually would.
I'm just going to tier 4
you
standings.
do that. I could imagine he would be like Boris from the film GoldenEye. And for those of you who are young,
right, his name is Lloyd.
Oh.
The second name of all of them is Mullins.
Oh. I'm gonna rate these names 1 to 3 in terms of 1 being the best. Isaac, you win. Absolutely, hands
I agree.
down.
Isaac wins. It's just a shame that he's a Oxford fan, but the name, okay.
And then between Josh and Lloyd, oh my god,
that's like picking between diarrhea and vomiting.
Well, yeah, but it gets worse, right? Because you could arguably say that if the 3 of them ever med a boy band, Isaac,
one
Josh,
of them
and
is
Lloyd.
named after a bank.
Well, I mean, I'm not convinced that's what Mr. and Mrs. Mullins were thinking.
My credit card's with Lloyd's. Let's just call him Lloyd.
Let's call him Lloyd's. Isaac says at least he wins at something. Yeah, you've won gold top step of the podium for this one. It's just a shame your second brother, Josh.
You're the most desirable Mullin.
Yes. Do you have a mullet? Because you could be Mullet
MDM.
Mullin. Yeah. Or Isaac Mullin.
Oh, God.
Oh, Colin's got a 3-second penalty, which is very bad.
Pole skips is an interesting one here because I'm starting to... Sorry to interrupt you, by the way. I'm starting to wonder if pole skips is going to attempt a one-stop here, and potentially Calvin as well, you know, because with 9 laps to go at this point, if either of them pit, they're going to drop a long, long way down. So I am starting to wonder.
It's an interesting one. It'll be curious to see exactly what happens, shall we say, with all of this.
Because let's think about it, right? So right now, Armar is what? 19 seconds, 20 seconds behind Calvin, with 2 cars to overtake. It's not going to be plain and simple for him to even catch with 11 laps to go.
No, it's not.
So it's just under 2 seconds a lap, isn't it? He needs to be time-wise faster, so... Yeah. But then he does actually only need to get within 3 seconds, doesn't he, to be fair?
Well, he does need to get it within 3 seconds. Slavia at Shoutoutio says from lap 12 to end on hards, a very possible also had a 7-second gap, so you can save a bit on tyres if needed. I'm going to say that Slavio Shoutoutio is our Ted Kravitz pit lane reporter.
Yeah.
There you go, Slavio.
Slavio
Chandocchio. There we go. There's a C. G-Star gets a 3-second penalty. So Slavio Slautotio Clanglocklio sounds Welsh. You are now our pit lane reporter, so please keep us updated with the pit lane information. It's past the slap. Rafa Mabufi, who we're on board with just now, is in third.
He's got Armar now, though.
He does. He's susceptible to Armar.
Saviour as well joining the party. Colin there. They're all there. It's a big old train from Rassamba all the way down to Mr. KG.
Why are you calling him Mr.? Shall I call you Mr.?
To be fair, I shouldn't assume a gender in this day and age.
And then you say, why are you gay? Why are you Ferrari driver?
The thing is, you can actually get away with saying that.
I can get away with saying that. I can get away with saying many things. No, you can't. No. Why are you straight? There we go.
No, you can't say that.
Why are you white? I can say that as well. Well, I know. Actually, sorry, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the tyres. Why are you white? Because they've got white walls.
Very true.
Yeah, white rims. Yeah.
But let's... So...
I'm watching.
King is probably in the worst position in the world here, because he is the sandwich, essentially, along with Colin.
is Rafa Mabufi actually moving? He's just been, like, they're just flying past him. Arma and Saviour. I mean, I genuinely at one point thought, is he actually doing any form of speed?
You know who we need on the radio right now, don't we? Mr. Fernando Alonso going, GP2 engine.
Yes, GP2. Look at them. They're all there. They're just waiting for their turn to molest Rafa Mabufi.
It does show, though, how much fresh tyres do make a difference once they've heated up.
They do.
But that gap now between Calvin and Armar's 17 seconds. So it's gone down about 3 seconds in 2 laps.
Yep, I'd be worried if I was
Calvin. More.
He does, and Colin TK is flashing at Crash Boy. KG gets another 3 seconds. Well, look, they're going to try and have a move up into 12.
Do Calvin a favour here and sort of just hold Armar back.
Continued that conversation. I'm glad you continued that sentence, sorry.
I'm not good at constructing sentences.
You nearly enough stopped it. Polski should do Calvin. But anyway, Saviour is about to be molested by Rafa Mabufi, who is actually being molested by Colin TK, who has now passed him. Drag King is going to try and make a move, but he decides against it. But there's a
contact! KG has just found us in a mindful wasp.
Yes, he has. He was trying, but he didn't make much of a difference there. Rafa Mabufi is falling down. Colin's got his 3 seconds. Saviour is there as well. Oh, up the inside goes Crash King. Oh! He's off!
Ooh. I mean, he's called Crash King for a reason. I think that proves it.
Isaac, your brother's not very bright. He got another 3 seconds. And he's down in 15.
Trying to hold on.
He is. He's not gonna. Is Kingsley going to go round about?
He's done it for now.
He's done it for now, but he's not going to stay there.
KG here bad.
He is. I mean, literally falling away. He's going to make a move now. I mean, what? Are we in F126 already, where they've got boost buttons? I mean, some of these people aren't actually moving.
Yeah, flappy,
exactly.
I know. I can't thank people for being rubbish and letting me get past them now. When I go past them, I flap my wing.
Well, yeah, but you can when you use your boost.
Yeah, but that's not on the wing, is it? It's just like an engine boost.
Yeah, I know, but you'll be able to see it. It should give something.
If I wanted a boost on my car, I would go on Mario Kart. Sorry. It just makes me rage that these guys have boosts.
Activero.
Who needs a boost?
Activero.
Sorry.
I was just thinking this. Activero and boost. And Crash has crashed!
And he lives up to his name.
He does! He was coming out of turn number 3 and decided to spin round like a record baby. Alright, round. His name is Pete something.
He has bad wing damage as well.
Yep. Slavio Tautio has just put 3 dots. That's not the pit lane reporting we expect. Come on, do better.
Let's see. So Saviour, he's having a nightmare here behind Colin.
Yes.
Look at how much he's struggling in the dirty air.
We are on board with him, and we can absolutely see it.
Oh, there you go. That's just more proof of it with the 3 seconds.
Yeah, he is struggling, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Armar is not doing enough to win this race. He will get P2. He's within 3 seconds of pole dancer, but he is not going to catch Calvin at this pace.
No, he definitely won't.
He needs 2 seconds per lap plus overtaking a car. Well, no, not 2 seconds. He needs to get within 3, but that seems a bit too much to ask, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, Polski's about to lose it to Arma, and then you've got 6 laps, and Arma needs 10 seconds. Oh, I mean, unless Calvin's tyres fall off the pitch completely, then it should be okay.
One driver that can still gain here, though, is Rassam, but it depends if he can hold his tyres enough to stay within a distance of these guys.
Yeah. That will be curious.
Because he's got no penalties, so that can help him.
Yeah, agreed. Agree with that one.
KG got really hurt by Rassam. Look at how far back he's dropped behind Saviour and Colin.
I know.
That has
fallen away.
His race negatively. But Armar has passed Pole Dancer, so it's game on now. Can he get within 3?
Well, it's an interesting one. He's free. He can now go, but the question is going to be is, can Colin pass Polsky? Can Saviour do anything? Can Kingsley make it up to a podium? Unlikely. Rafa Mabufe is keeping it clean, but not really doing much. And, well, Crash King, well, he crashed. Loppy is there. Steinberg. Oh, actually, we're going to stay on board with Sternberg because he is right behind Loppy. 1 minute and 1 second behind leader. Ferretti, Maverick, Silicon Valley, Dumbest Hornet have all been lapped. Sternberg is, well, not gaining.
I don't know if Dumbest Hornet got back in the session.
He did, I think. I'm sure I've seen it. I'm sure I've seen it. And
Sternberg,
he's not
ghosted, so he is controlling his car.
Sternberg is past Loppy coming into turn number 1, but they are battling side by side. There is the Aston Martin. Oh, and maybe Sternberg got a little bit cut off there, shall we say, by Loppy. But let's keep an eye on Arma. 12.1 seconds with 5 laps to go. He's
done a second in the last lap. He needs more.
9 seconds, and that's 9 seconds in 5 laps. He needs to do more, or Calvin's tyres need to go off quicker than they think.
I think Calvin's got this, but I think it will come. I think over the last few laps, Calvin's tyres will die completely. Then it just becomes a battle of him getting that to the line at a good enough pace. I think right now he looks comfortable, but it could get interesting with 1 or 2 to go. But this last sector, he's pulled 4 tenths on Arma.
Yeah, he has. It's an interesting one.
Also, Colin has passed Polsky, and Saviour's dropped off majorly and is now in the clutches of Mr. KG.
Has. He's fallen very, very quickly. Arma's not doing anything in this lap.
No.
Couple of
I
tenths
think that's
max.
all she wrote for the lead of the race.
It definitely is. It's Jessica Fletcher is Arma's new name. Jessica Fletcher, and for those who don't know who Jessica Fletcher is, Murder She Wrote. Go and YouTube it. As the youngsters do these days.
There goes KG.
Yep. He's making him. Oh, he's trying to make a move before DRS even gets activated, and he does pass him. Saviour is just falling away.
Yeah, I think his tyres have completely and utterly dropped off a cliff because, again, we saw he was the first in the first stint to look poor on his tyres. Second stint, and again on the third stint, his tyres just don't look there at all, do they?
Yeah. It just looks very, very difficult to manage.
Very painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rassam though behind, I've just seen him in the long distance go very wide on the exit of turn 3.
Yeah, he's not going very quickly. Kingsley's got to watch because he's coming up to the back of Polsky at the wrong point. Because Polsky's struggling.
Definitely.
And he's going to have Saviour all over the back of him if he can't manage this, and Saviour's pretty much there, but he's not going to get past him. He should get past him on the run down to 12, which is just coming up now. He'll get DRS, and does Polsky do the nice thing? No, he's going to fight him for it. He's going to try and...
Just to point out though, oh, Saviour!
He ghosted.
Yeah, he launched it, I think because there was contact, it ghosted him instantly, but KG does have 3 more seconds of penalties than these two, let's also point out. So
it does, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, his rears are struggling, because he was really, really struggling to put the power down as they were coming out of that final. Saviour should make his way past Polsky. Maybe not, actually, because it's DRS train, but they're gaining, but no real words going on. Rafa Mabufe's just fallen off a cliff edge. Crash King is, well, nowhere because he crashed.
I'm surprised he didn't pit and fix that wing. Surely it'd have been better than trying to get to the end here on that, but
yeah. So
it's quite severe wing damage.
Yeah, I'm just looking. So the 3 individuals that won stopped. Calvin's leading, Polsky's 5th, and Rafa Mabufe is 7th. He did pit, says Slavio. Shout out to you.
So Calvin winning this race means I have to apologise because I said he would bottle it. I blame Armar completely and utterly for that.
How are we? How are we making that happen? Just for curiosity's sake.
I'm just blaming Armar, and then Armar has to do the apology because it's his fault.
Ah, right. So because Tier 0 is his baby,
Yeah.
he's to blame.
If Armar drove quicker, Calvin wouldn't have won. Simple as that. So.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, and I can get on board with that.
Actually, saying this, the gap at the start of the last lap was 12.6.
It's 10.5.
I wonder if Calvin's tyres have completely died.
Well, we're on board with him. So let's see. So it's 10.5. It's well, it was 10.5. It's now increased slightly, which
Because he gained about 2 seconds in the space of 2 sectors.
yeah.
So-
I wonder if Calvin had some issue or ran wide. I mean, we're on board with him. His tyres look okay. I mean, his
But
car
also, just
looks
to point
quite
out, Armar's now in trouble.
good. With who?
Colin.
Yeah, but Colin's got a time penalty, so it doesn't really
He does,
matter.
but he's fighting him.
Yeah, well, he is, yes. I mean, it's now 10 seconds pretty much on the dot. Calvin does seem to be just nursing his way through. I wouldn't say he's attacking like a madman. I think Colin is attacking more Armagh, but again...
Yeah, he doesn't have the gap to... He doesn't have the laps left to be able to pass Armagh and build 3 seconds, sadly for him, but... He's given it a good go. At least if he gets him on track, he can say, I finished second on track. That's always a big achievement, even still.
Yep. Calvin started in pole, is leading. Armagh Red started in fourth, is up to... Well, I was going to say up to second. He's up to third because he's just been passed by Colin, but he will get that back. Kingsley up 16 places. Good result from that individual. Up 7 is Saviour despite his challenges. Polsky down 3, not had a great race. Rafa Mabufi up 1, kind of really hasn't done much, had a few
I have
battles.
to say, though, this last stint from Rassam has been very strong, considering.
Oh, well,
He's done well to keep it in 7th.
well, he has, but he's 20 seconds ahead of 8th, so it's kind of a bit meh. I'm not doing him a
He's in a world
disservice,
zone.
but he's the gap's there, shall we say. Calvin's coming through the stadium section. He is going to finish and win the first Tier 0 race of 2026. Season 19 does come across the line. He's delivered.
I'm wondering if Armar's about to run out of fuel. He's flashing red.
Let's see.
He's slow, he's very slow.
Oh, he
Maybe
is.
he has.
He is. Maybe he
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Colin, so Armagh finishes second, Colin third. Saviour is up to fourth, Kingsley now fifth. Polsky is also struggling with fuel. Again, actually, it's a fair point. I wonder if people who did under fuel thinking of safety car.
Yeah.
We were just bringing up everybody's harvesting and that battery power, 32%. Reduced harvesting there for G-Star, who's going to come across the line in 8th. Nels is going to come along the line in 9th. Crash King in his pink tutu is currently, he's got 81% battery. I mean, he could have at least deployed it, and he's getting the rear end. I mean, he knows he's on YouTube and he's just showing off. That means I'm never getting crap.
Yeah, that's what I do. If they
Do
show
it.
off,
There we
that's
go.
it. They never get screen time.
That's it. Loppy and Sternberg come along, line of centre. Here comes Isaac and Lloyd's brother, Josh, from Oxford.
The ultimate disrespect.
Exactly. Finally, coming across the line.
P3 of the brothers, P13 of Tier 0.
Yep.
equals
Smith
failure,
finishes
if
in
you ask me.
14th, and then everybody else is there or thereabouts. Right. Let's see who finished where, and we will conclude that for this evening. So, we have Calvin the winner. We're not going to do podium celebrations because they're just cringeworthy, and I do not agree with people's like that. That was ridiculous. Calvin, grow up. Armagh
is
Red is a female. Okay, fastest lap of the race. Kingsley just looks like the devil, but like his face is melted, so we're not getting interesting in that. Rafa Mabufi actually looks Rafa Mabufi-esque. Can't say anything. Arma Red, you're a female. Kingsley, ridiculous. There we go. Calvin in first, Arma Red in second, Colin TK in third, Saviour in fourth. It's only KG is in fifth despite his melted face. Polshki is in sixth, Rafa Mabufi is in seventh, G-Star is in eighth, Nels is in ninth, and GTS Drag King crashed his way to 10th place. Loppy flopped his way to 11th, while IKEA built his solid foundation up into 12th. Josh Boy, well, came from Oxford, did very little, ended up in Wales. He finishes
in Oxford.
Well, exactly. He finishes in 13th. Smith in 14th. Frank was in 15th. Chris Pratt, well, just didn't deliver. His coffee was cold by the time he got there. In 16th, Maverick and Mustang in 17th. Silicon Valley, well, they failed to deliver in 19th, and then someone else was in 19th, and Martin didn't. Ferretti, that was it. Ferrero Rocher was in 19th, and Martin had pedal issues and finished last. There we go. Connor, thank you very much, as always. I'm sure we've insulted a few more people this evening, and I'm sure they will love to watch back and see some of the conversations, because I can't remember what it is we spoke about.
Send your hate messages to noonecares.com.
Exactly. And, Chris Bailey.
Have a good time in Singe My Poo next week, because that's going to be the next track.
Love it.
I will enjoy the Anderson Bridge, as always.
I will be back for Tier 0. Yeah, I'll be back for Tier 0. Right, enjoy it.
Sure
Connor, thank you very much. All join us again on Monday and Wednesday and Thursday and any other day that you want to join us, because you can watch us on YouTube. Remember, ding the bell, like, subscribe, ding the bell and go hello, hello, hello. Have a lovely evening. Goodbye.